Hello, everyone out there. Welcome to our studio in Walnut Creek, California. Today, I'm Jane Foster, and I have a lot of wonderful women with me that I mentor. And we are having our Kantha Challenge reveal. And today, they have all come and they are sharing their quilts with you all. The word Kantha means rags, and we bought all our quilts from India, and they've all been hand-stitched by women in India, and we discovered them, and we bought them, and we have made wonderful garments out of them. So my lovely ladies are going to show you. First of all, let me show you the first one that I made, was this one, and it's a modern one in that it's 2 layers. It's all been hand-stitched, and I used an Australian style art pattern, and it's a very lightweight, just 2-layer cotton. And then the second one I made was from a place called My Craft Palace, and this is where the gal makes quilts out of wedding saris and evening saris. And this one I made, and the fun part about it is that I put magnets all down the front so it does up very easily. So that's the wedding saris one that makes really a nice special. So you'll see many more of those today. And I'm going to show you the gals who couldn't be here today. This gal in particular is in Costa Rica, and she has made this beautiful coat, which is completely reversible, and just wonderful. It looks great on the, I'm going to just show you her wearing it. This is it one side, and then it's reversible, and there she is in the other. That's Santina's. Looks really great. So we've been making them reversible, the coats, and we've been making vests, jackets, coats, and skirts. So let's now start with Sylvia. Sylvia, this is Santina's mama, and Sylvia's made, again, a beautiful reversible coat, and again, 2 layers of cotton, and it's a double-breasted, and she's finished the edges with flat fell seams. And I think this is the side she likes, but you can also wear it the other side, which is completely reversible. So the other side is good, and she can wear it, and she can turn the cuffs up the other way. Beautiful. Thank you, Sylvia.
Thank you.
Vicky is in a jacket. That's her own pattern. And again, it's reversible. And it looks very basic this side. She's got pockets that work on both sides. This quilt was quite wonderful. It had a border all around the edge, and now she's put it all together so that it's this amazing jacket with a collar and a zipper up the front. And you'll have a look at all her piecing. Just turn for us, Vicky. And she matched all this seam down the back, and she's got a very beautiful wearable jacket. Thanks, Vicky. And Liddy, we don't see her often, but she's comes to the studio. She's got this wonderful Kantha, and she's designed it herself. And again, it's a beautiful Kantha, and it's a vintage one, so it's lots of colors. She's pieced the sleeves, and a zipper down the front. Looks really good. Where did you buy it from?
Himalayan Fair.
Himalayan Fair in Berkeley. So her Kantha came ready done, and then she's cut it up and made the jacket. Quite wonderful. And Vicky's new to the studio, but she was gung-ho and went ahead and bought the Kantha quilt, again from My Craft Palace on Etsy, and made this lovely little coat. Again, lined the collar in a lining, got her buttons from a local store in Piedmont Fabrics, and this had a high contrast. Some of these squares were very light, so from the extra that was on the quilt, she cut out and applied more patches until she made it just how she wanted it. Beautiful. Thanks, Vicky, very much. Anne's wearing a very fine silk Kantha that she bought in, where did you buy it?
Santa Fe.
Santa Fe. And she used a Marcy Tilton pattern and piped these lovely seams. And if you have a close look at this, the Kantha stitches are very fine, very close together, and all that wonderful handwork is part of the garment, and we are upcycling it from there. Beautiful. And Anne's got another one she's going to show us in a second. Jeannie, again, has really joined the Kantha brigade because she has bought several quilts. This one, she was going to use the other side. She's used a safety pockets pattern.
She can wear it.
And has a pocket and these beautiful, beautiful sleeves. It can be a vest because it's already finished inside. But again, she's got a great sleeve on that. And she's going to show us lots more in a minute. Susie has got another Mycroft Palace coat. And again, so beautiful. Every patch has been made and embroidered from either saris that were very special for evening wear. Probably not wedding because they use red at the weddings mainly, but she's lined it. And it's still a work in progress, but again, very, very, very special on there. You could see the close-up of these patches. They're all embroidered, and they make a very special, special coat. Thanks, Susie. That's great. Here comes Patty. And Patty's got on a stylark pattern. This is one of the Kanthas she bought. And again, she's made it reversible. Beautiful, beautiful colors. Again, this is vintage. In other words, it's a fabric that's been used and used and used in saris. And it's layered. Some of these Kanthas have 5 layers. And this one's probably got 2 or 3. But they're not like the modern ones like this one. It's definitely been used. And again, this is reversible. Changes completely the other side. And I've had them do flat fell seams and no interfacing and no facings so that the edges can be just really used again. So you've got a very nice garment that you can wear in lots of ways. Thanks, Patty. Wonderful. I hope you're all clapping, you audience, because these are just the most creative things we've ever done. Here's Joy, and she's made a dress from her Kantha. This is a vintage Kantha, very fine, very, very well worn, but she's put black and red fabric with it and made a wonderful, wonderful dress. Just beautiful. And she's going to share her coat as well in a minute. She's made a reversible coat. And here's Barbara, fairly new to the studio, but beautiful, beautiful, beautiful skirt that's vintage. Just do as a twirl. Vicky Edge bought this fabric, this quilt, and thought it was too bright for her. So I sold it to Barbara, and Barbara's made this skirt. We used the wrong side of the fabric for the tabs, and she's put buttons on it. Quite wonderful. Look for her on the website with her vintage outfits. You may well have noticed the medieval outfit she did, which is wonderful. Here's Jeannie again, and Jeannie's wearing her first coat she ever did. This was a stylark, and again a 2-sided modern Kantha, but again, so good. The zipper's lovely, and she's used just a little item here in the seam to accentuate that seam. Yeah. And it opens up, and she's got another look there, which is great. Fabulous. Here's Anne again with another silk piece. She bought this as a scarf. And again, you'll find that the silk Kanthas have much finer stitching. And they're probably paid more. And tiny, tiny stitching. Anne came to the studio and said, I don't have much. I'm going to make a bag. And I said, no, 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 no. That needs to be a garment. And so she's just literally got that out of it. Tiny scraps left over. But have a look at the detailing here. She's covered a button and I think she has. Yes, yeah. Covered a button and had a snap underneath. But again, beautiful tiny stitching with that one. Super. All right, Joy, come and show us your coat. This was the first Kantha that Joy bought. Again, a vintage, so it's worn fabric. And we did the best we could to have some continuity with the lines going round. And this was a Murphy pattern. And again, three buttons, but we can reverse it and have another beautiful look. There we go. So again, another coat the other side. She's done a beautiful job with the binding all the way around. And again, Kantha stitches all over it. Quite wonderful. Quite wonderful. Jeannie, have you got another one?
Oh, I didn't put it on.
That's all right. Let me talk to you for a minute. Over here is a vest that Diana Travis has made. She couldn't be here today, but again, she fussy cut it to have the polka dots at the top. And again, this was a stylark vest, and we have the paisley going all around, so that looks really good. If you have a look at this quilt, Vicki Grant bought this, and when it arrived, it was a lighter color than she thought, so I said, you are not cutting that up, so I bought that from her, and that's now on her bed. This Kantha here, I bought this Kantha quilt because I love the design, and sold it to Joanne Fujisawa, and she's made a great jacket from it and put a beautiful button on it too. She couldn't be here today. She's looking after her mama. And then Jeannie and Patty shared a queen-size quilt. We laugh because they're twins. They often make the same.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
And so Patty's made, what pattern was that, Patty?
Quick.
Quick sew?
Yeah.
Good Lord, quick sew. We've got a quick sew pattern here. But look how lovely. She's used the stripes. They've opened the tables out and they laid their patterns on, and in the end, Jeannie didn't have enough for the collar, so we had to beg some more fabric from Patty for the collar. Jeannie made hers reversible. Can you turn that inside out?
Oh, beautiful.
And again, all these are flat fell seams, so you can make it for both sides. And again, you'll see this quilt came from My Craft Palace. We bought that lady out. I mean, and we have Sue Peterson bought it, and she didn't like it. But you can see it was the same quilt, but no longer a quilt. Quite wonderful, aren't they lovely? Fabulous. Thanks to everybody. We hope you come back and see us again. And my love to everybody out there. This is Jane Foster saying goodbye.